We are now live.
Hey, hey,
Sorry, we were 4
Skywalkers.
minutes late, having trouble with our camera.
Yes.
Kept doing this.
We kept doing what? Oh, yes. That was
So-
funny. It was like in the cockpit of a falcon.
So how are we doing? We have someone joining us.
Yes, we do. In fact, I'm going to invite more people, so you
All right,
talk
so-
amongst yourselves.
I will. Who are you? This. Oh, it's Patrick Pine.
Hey,
Patrick Pine.
cool.
Hey, Patrick. How's
Hey,
it going out there
Patrick.
for you? How's it going? Keeping yourself busy?
I hope
Seen
so.
some pictures of you with your guitar.
Yeah.
Looks like you're doing some music work.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, what you been playing?
That's awesome.
Patrick, who are your influences, your musical influences?
Copy.
Tell
5
us.
more people joined us. Cool.
Yes, and we'll talk
Skywalkers.
to the other Skywalkers as well.
And does it help that we give you a heads up like an hour before? Well, today was like an hour and a half before, just to let you know when we're going live? I hope so.
Yeah, ask that again. Rachel Boyer just joined.
Does it help that we give you a heads up when we're going live, like in our Facebook group? So just letting you
Yes.
know. Our
Hey, kids, says Win.
live now.
Many, many influences.
Ooh.
Give me one. If someone were to ask you, Patrick, who is your main musical influence? Who's the first person that comes to mind? Or group? Or band?
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah. We would like to know.
There we go. Sharing on Facebook.
All right, in a few seconds we'll be just beginning. And
Yes.
most of this episode will be centered around talking about last week's Clone Wars episode. And we're going to be talking to our good friend Tom Amin tomorrow. He's the Disney pianist. Speaking of musical influences, he does a really, really nice renditions of Disney classics.
It's so pretty.
You know-
It's so relaxing.
You know that music you want to hear, you want to just chill and watch a fire?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Plus, he was going live the other day. I forget where it was, if it was on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, but he was going live and just playing one of his songs, and it was just so lovely, so relaxing. I just had it on the side as I was sewing. I was
Like
like,
that piano bar.
yeah, it was
But
amazing.
these are songs that you know and love.
Yeah. And Tom Amin lives here in LA. I
Yes,
think
he
up
does.
in the valley.
Yes, he does. And Courtney just joined us. The Monkeys. Well, stop right there.
Yay.
That's all you need. The Monkeys and the Beatles.
Ooh. National Geographic has launched a digital hub for kids looking to learn more about the world around them. What about big kids? I want to learn that. It's called Nat Geo at Home. Cool.
So they're just pretty much rebranding what they already had.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. Thanks again for the mask. Oh, hey, there's John.
You're welcome, John.
Hey.
You know what? I think your post, John, I got like 5 orders yesterday because I think you had posted your mask and people were like, oh, I want them. So
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
you.
John, for posting. John got the Mickey Mouse with the
Yes.
American flag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Let me see.
Excellent.
Yeah, the masks. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's I've
Bring up the
gotten
notes.
a lot. Okay, of orders. It's hard for me to. Well, I can't keep up. I'm like 3 days behind, but that's okay. You know, that's really awesome, you guys. Thank you.
It's really fun when neighbors order some, because then we there's an excuse to go take a walk.
Yeah, yesterday we went on a 4-mile walk, dropping off to a neighbor.
You know the kid that drives by on a bike and just throws newspapers?
Yes,
That's what we're doing.
That's kind of what it felt like. And today someone just picked theirs up off my doorstep.
Just
So
throw them on the front doorsteps.
yeah, it was really neat.
Yeah, it's no longer 6 feet, more like 6 yards.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, today she picked it up and didn't want to say hi because I guess her husband's an essential worker and she didn't want to possibly transfer anything.
No.
She just picked him up and we were all very respectful of that. And it's so cool. Like my neighbor's helping me cut out fabric and my mom is making all kinds of stuff. She's making all the donated ones, which is awesome. And I'm working on hopefully a Baby Yoda design. So after this, if you guys want to go in the Skywalking Through Neverland Facebook group and check out my question, then yeah, comment on that. if you'd be interested. Okay, so here we go. Do we have our card? Yes.
Just let everyone know that she's putting your orders ahead of mine.
That's very true.
I've been waiting for my classic Marvel Star Wars comics mask, but that's okay. You know what? I was late in the queue.
Yeah.
I didn't order in time.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
I thought just a verbal queue was going to be legally binding. I guess not.
I'll try to get to it today. I had to give my neighbor some freebies because she's been helping me so much. So, yeah, I'll make yours now.
I'm not holding it against you, but if I go out and I get arrested or fined,
oh, that wouldn't be good.
no, not at all.
No, okay. Well, we'll make your mask tonight. How about that?
I do have a. You did make me a Halloween mask.
Yes. And you get lots of fun comments on that.
Oh yeah.
People are like, "Ooh, it's Halloween. Do you have it around or no?"
I don't.
Okay. That's
And
right.
oddly enough, I don't know if it's the same thing going on in your neighborhood, Skywalkers, but people are putting their pumpkins on their front doorsteps. We've seen many, many houses with pumpkins.
Many?
Yeah.
I remember the one.
I'm going to post that picture, but there's been a couple. Now, we saved our pumpkins.
They're slowly
I
dying.
don't know if it's laziness or we just love the holidays so much we don't want them to end, but our pumpkins are still outside, but you wouldn't know they were pumpkins?
No.
they look like orange goo.
No. They actually have turned into little fairy houses because they've been decomposing from the inside, but the shell is still there. So there's this little shell, and then it looks like there's a little space. It's created this little cave for a little fairy to live in.
You could see in a fairy book.
Yes.
A fairy book where you have fairies and Keebler elves living inside there.
So it's by our mailbox, and every time I go to the mailbox, I look and I'm like, oh, where's the little fairy doing in there? It's fun. Spring-a-ween, yes.
Yeah. But my question is, where are they getting these pumpkins? It's April.
Yeah.
Where are they getting these pumpkins?
And they look nice, too.
Yeah, ours are decomposed.
Yeah.
And theirs are perfectly round. And they're not the fake pumpkins, they're the real pumpkins. And then on our mantle in our living room, we have all our Christmas decorations.
And then I'm making this mask design with the cute Mickeys.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's the one that John got.
I love this one. Yeah, it's so
me too.
cute.
And we're gonna give one to our mailman tomorrow.
Yes, and this matches his uniform.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
He's been doing the Lord's work out there.
Yeah.
And he needs a mask. It's
31st
great.
of March. Oh, what? Some people celebrated Halloween on the 31st of March.
Hey, bring that down here.
What the heck? Why were we not informed of this?
What is this?
Some people on the 31st of March celebrated Halloween, like October 31st. Dude, I wanted in on that.
Ooh,
Yeah, do you want to get that?
I need to get this. So you guys talk for a minute.
Okay,
But find out where this is.
Yeah. And sorry, my office has currently exploded with all the fabric and the mask making and stuff, so it's a little crazy in here right now. We've got let's see, my sewing machine right there, and no one can find elastic, so my neighbor is manually cutting out strips of fabric to make seam binding for the ties for the masks, and so she manually cuts them and she folds them up like this, and she makes that. So then she gives me whole stacks of them each day, and then I use that to make the masks. So, they're all over here piled up right over there. It's pretty fun. And I'm starting to run out of Star Wars fabric, so I'm looking for more. Hopefully, because with these last orders I got, all the Star Wars stuff is all spoken for, so that's all gone. But I hope to get more, and like I said, I'm working on that Baby Yoda design, which should be fun. Whoops. Oh, there we go. So what have you guys been doing, Skywalkers? Are some of you working? Or are you an essential business? Do you have to go out and work every day? And how is that? And also, if you are staying at home, what have you been doing to keep yourself occupied? As I'm sewing, I start to listen to musicals because I can't listen to podcasts while I sew because it makes too much noise, the machine. And so because of that, I listen to musicals, and I've been singing along, and I listened to Chicago the other day, and I was like, this is so awesome. So now Richard and I are in the process of rewatching Chicago, which is just such an excellent movie. I love it. Ooh, been working from home for a month now. Yes, John, it's been a month. Absolutely. And Kelly playing card games. How fun. What games? Do you play Go Fish? Do you play like gin, rummy, or something? I forget which games. Do you play like I've always loved solitaire, but then that's not with the family. So that's not that. We play cards. Okay. Nice. Hand and foot. I've never heard of hand and foot. Oh, cleaning and organizing. Yes. We started out our process of being at home cleaning and organizing, and that quickly turned into making masks. So, but that's great. Working from home since March 9th. Okay. Wow, that's a long time. Rachel, where do you live? March 9th. Star Wars novels, yes. Oh, Patty. And working from home, cool. Awesome. Yay, making masks. Yeah, it's cool. For those of us who have the skills, I'm so glad that we can contribute that way. Like, it's great. Oh, you live in Long Beach. Wow. Well, awesome, Rachel. Cool. To finish another bedroom. Oh, wow. Win. Yeah, I heard that Lowe's and stuff was deemed essential business because people have to do their projects around the house, which makes sense. I mean, every time we walk around the neighborhood, there's construction everywhere. Like people are building fences or they're having their lawn re-landscaped or all kinds of things. Like I think there's 3 houses on our street alone that have stuff going on. So yeah, that's pretty fun. But great. I'm glad your house probably looks really good, Win. That's awesome. So Richard's talking, he's doing business right now. Not in Michigan. Oh, you get ticketed for, seriously? Why is that in Michigan? Huh. Not in LA. I mean, we're kind of lucky here in LA. The weather is nice right now, so we are walking around and it's really pretty out. So luckily the weather's been nice. The only thing that sucks is that in the YMCA we can't go. And John, yes, our party business is very affected because no one is having parties, but all the parties are moving to Zoom now, which is a very interesting thing. And we've started doing these character virtual videos. Like for a kid's birthday, they wake up and we've recorded this video of like a character, the kid's favorite character, with a little birthday message, which is really cool. And it utilizes all our skills that Richard and I know, like writing and editing and shooting. So that's pretty neat. And that went gangbusters over. Lots of people wanted the Easter Bunny. So we were very busy. Michigan governor. Oh, I'm sorry, Patty. So, and then I'm sewing the mask, so that's really helping out as well. So overall, we are doing okay now, even though we were kind of scared there for the first couple of weeks. But one thing that will always continue, of course, is the podcast. So we're very glad about that. So this is fun chatting with you guys. What else you want to know? Let's see. Any of you have kids, and how have you been handling that? That's what I want to know. Because that is interesting. And yeah, kids with birthdays. Home Depot, Lowe's. Huh. The trap, it's frowned upon. Interesting. I think because the weather's so nice here in LA, no one cares. Everyone's like outside. And yeah, there's lots of people walking. Does a cat count as a kid? Yes. How is the cat taking you in its space all day? How is that? It's really funny. Oh, the cat is nuts. Okay. Yeah. Cat's like, I am home. Oh, that's good. I bet dogs love it when people are home all day. I mean, that's what they live for, is you, which is great. Oh, I'm sorry. No 2 teen girls. Wow. Yeah. Do they just do their own thing and you kind of do your own thing? Guess that happens sometimes, huh? What's happening? Oh, okay. Woo! All right. We have got this little guy. Now, who is excited for Siege of Mandalore coming up on Clone Wars? Because that is going to be exciting. I haven't seen the trailer yet for this week's episode, but I heard it as Richard was recording it. And, yeah. Like, I'm so excited. And I loved how this previous episode with the Trace and Rafa kind of tied in to that. So, I love that. Sad that it's coming to an end. Yes. Yes. After, I guess, 4 more weeks, hopefully, we'll still have Clone Wars going on, which is exciting. But you're right. Like, after that ends, we'll just need something else to keep us occupied, right? We'll have to rewatch Mandalorian. We'll have to watch some more Disney Plus. Okay, here's another question. On Disney Plus, have you guys found anything that you've been watching that's new, maybe, that you recommend? Let us know. New arc looks exciting. Oh, yeah, I hope the last 4 episodes are longer, yes. Big Hero 6 this year? How is that? Like, it's hard for me to get into series sometimes, but that sounds fun. Like, I really liked the film. It was great. Trailer for Prop Culture. I didn't see the trailer, but I saw the premise, and I'm all about that. Prop Culture. And that's coming, what is it, May, I think? So, yes, very excited about that one. Prop Collector. Do you mean Prop Culture? Yeah. What a great name, too, right? Prop Culture. Gotta love that. Let's see, what else? What else? I've been watching Shop Class, which is cute. Richard and I, do you guys like Community? Now, this isn't on Disney Plus, but there's a show. Okay, thanks, John. Sorry. There's a show, let's see, that with the same actors from Community, that they do kind of like this, the makers, making it, and it's so cute. Like, we love that. All right. Richard better come back soon because my voice is getting tired. Loved it. Oh, Shop Class or... Oh, May 1st. Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Parks and... Oh, Parks and Rec, not Community. Duh. You're right. You're right. Sorry, guys. Awesome. Everything okay?
Yeah, the phone doesn't ring until we start to record.
Right? Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. We've been talking about Disney Plus stuff and all kinds of things without you. So you know what? I can make the show go on without you.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, go ahead.
No,
I want to see this.
No, come back.
Go ahead. No. Okay, go ahead. Let me see what you can do. Go.
Okay, just kidding, right?
No,
Don't back me up. I was kidding.
You said it.
No.
You said it.
No, please.
Okay.
Look at your feathered hair. Look at his hair, you guys. He already needed a haircut when this started.
I was going to get a haircut like the day before lockdown happened. And lockdown happened and I couldn't get a haircut.
Yeah.
I thought, how bad could it get?
We're seeing how this works. It's really funny. Here, turn around. Oh my god,
this is like my 70s hair.
Yeah, you're gonna get like that mullet thing going on. Like
no, a mullet is long in the back and short on top.
I know.
This is just like the shag. This is the 70s shag.
That's true. It's so funny.
I don't look a whole lot different than I did in the 70s, only I didn't have glasses.
No, that's true. Well, very cute. It's all fluffy.
Yeah, I saw a meme go around yesterday that this is like the 70s because everyone's got the shag hair and gas is below $1.
Yeah, seriously. Wow. All right.
How does that ever happen?
I don't know, but I'm not cutting that. I don't know the first thing about that. All right, so Richard.
Yeah, you can cut it.
No, I wouldn't.
Actually, we walked by someone's house the other day, and the woman was cutting her husband's hair.
Like in the garage, yeah.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm here, so maybe we'll have to walk by there some other day and wear our masks and be like,
Yeah.
Can we get a haircut, please? Okay. Because I'm sure hairdressers are feeling it. Oh my god. Just, everyone.
Yeah, everyone, yeah.
It just sucks.
Someone says gas is not under $1 here. Here in Los Angeles, it's $2.45. $2.45 at the Arco. But
your sister,
my
right?
sister, well, she saw a gas station that was $1.89, but there are people posting like 99-cent gas.
Wow.
Because no one is traveling. Hey there, Chris Alexander.
Yay.
I'm so glad that you're able to join us.
Yeah, and Rachel Boyer lives in Long Beach. I didn't know that.
She does?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, no, I'll go find out.
No, where are you going?
I'll go find out.
We're supposed to start the show 20 minutes ago.
I need an excuse to leave.
All right, fine. You guys can look at my messy fabric back there. How about that? Actually, I have it nicely organized in another spot. This is the fabric I'm using, though. But yeah, we got this cool new table. It's a, what is that called? A cocktail table by our TV, but it raises up. The entire top raises up and becomes like your dinner table. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, I couldn't find her.
Chris says he always joins after the show is over, so show's not over yet, just beginning.
Yeah, Chris, I'll call you a little bit later on.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been a time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lift Top Coffee that I got from where they work. Where Kelly works.
Where's she saying that?
Oh, no, I just told them about it.
Oh, okay.
The Lift Top Coffee.
I must have been gone.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Okay. Oh, Kenny Crowley.
Kenny
Cool.
Crowley Jr.
All right, so I'm going to press record so that we can stop
that's
making
Patty.
excuses. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Patty Bones 2. Who's Patty Bones 1?
And how'd they get Patty Bones?
All right. You ready?
Okay.
You start.
You start.
Oh, that's right.
It's been a long week.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This is what you can look forward to on episode 285 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
Hey, Skywalkers! Thanks for joining us for episode 285. And Sarah, do you think we're going to hit episode 300 before this lockdown ends?
Whoa.
That's 3.5 months away.
Oh, I hope it's not locked down still then.
Which could bring us
to celebration.
To August.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that'll be here before we know it, right before celebration. And will celebration still happen?
Yes.
Cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross everything.
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
All right, Skywalkers, are you ready for another fun-filled show? Well, I hope you are, because that's why we're here. And we want to welcome you all once again to Skywalking Through Neverland. We are your enthusiastic podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, and Marvel fandom. I am Richard Wolosky, but now everyone please say hello to my sweetie wife, Sarah. Hey, Sarah.
Hi. How are you? I wasn't prepared for this. Usually you tell me something. You give me a moniker.
Okay. My beautiful wife, Sarah. Hey, my sweetie wife.
Why, thank you. Thank you, sweetie.
You're glowing today.
Oh, that's because I put on that glow stuff from MAC Cosmetics. Everyone get the glow stuff. It's great.
We can turn the lights off and she'd be...
I love
Don't need
it.
a blue light with her around. She is the blue light.
Well, today I did my makeup kind of for you Skywalkers. Isn't that exciting?
Even when you don't do your makeup, you're still my beautiful sweetie wife, Sarah.
Aw, well with that, it's time to give a big Wookiee hug. To all of our family of Skywalkers, we want to thank you so much for listening to the show every single week. And also those of you watching right now on YouTube, you are our SkyTubers. You get to watch us live and watch a 20-minute pre-show today. So that was fun. We discussed a lot of fun stuff. And you know what? We are here, Richard and I are here to bring joy on our adventure through fandom.
Now, we are recording this from Long Beach, California on April the 14th. What day it is, I have no idea. And if this wasn't written down, I'd have no idea it was April the 14th. And the year is still 2020.
Is it Monday or Tuesday?
I seriously do not know.
Oh, Tuesday.
Okay, someone...
Mark's on it.
Okay, Mark, thank you very much. Because once again, before all this, we had everything worked out from hour to hour, minute to minute. And now we're out taking walks and throwing fabric at people.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
All right, Sarah, or
Yes.
Minnie, whoever comes first, or
Okay.
Mickey.
Okay.
Someone here on one of the SkyTubers, they want to know what time it is.
Okay.
Thank you, SkyTubers.
It's 1:29. Good afternoon.
Well, that was Mickey Mouse.
Well, thank you, Mickey. And now, Sarah, why don't you tell us who is sponsoring this episode of Skywalking Through Neverland?
Well, our sponsor is Small World Vacations. We want to thank them so much. They are a diamond level Disney vacation planner travel agency, and they can help you book your trip to Disney parks around the world once we can book trips. Woohoo! Best of all, their service is free of charge, so head to smallworldvacations.com for a no obligation price quote and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
I guess today would be tax evening eve.
Oh, yes.
But once, I don't know if taxes are still due on the 15th. That's tomorrow. And if
Right.
they are, we need to get at it.
Okay, but also technically tomorrow we're supposed to, some of us are going to be getting those payouts if you're in the US. Yeah. We're not
Yep.
holding our breath for that one.
Yeah. Okay, someone on SkyTuber says July 15th, but yet we've got a bill due on the 15th of June.
Oh, wow.
And apparently that worked out to the IRS.
Huh.
I don't know how, but it's the IRS, so I'm not going to argue with them. All right, now, coming up on this episode, we're going to be joined once again by our good friend, Tom Amin. Now, he's got a new album called Old Time Magic, where he plays classic Disney renditions on the piano.
Yeah, he's a great musician, and we just love talking to him.
Yeah. He was on a few years ago,
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah, with his Star Wars renditions. Oh,
That's so
beautiful, beautiful music.
Yeah. All right. Well, Richard, I think it's time now for
Things we want to share.
Before we go into that, can I announce about the masks again?
Sure.
Just
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right, give me a second. Why does this keep reverting to this? I don't know. All right, hold please, Skywalkers.
Yeah, and all of a sudden the IRS and everyone else got their handout on July 15th. Like, if I had it by July 15th, you'd have it now.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Well, I can't believe August is coming up that quickly.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
As a reminder, we have a new weekly blog post on skywalkingthrough-neverland.com. This post is by Christy Morris, the co-host of Sabers and Spells, and every week she's sharing a geek fashion article. So once again, it could be makeup or socks or shoes or clothes, and that'll come out generally on Wednesdays. And also another update on face masks. Some of you may know that I've been sewing face masks now for 4 weeks to donate to frontline workers and also to sell as well. And for every mask that's sold, one gets donated to a frontline worker, which is amazing. And my mom and I and Teresa Delgado have been working together on this. We each have our jobs. And collectively between us, we have donated 80 masks to workers, and we have orders for masks of 120 masks ordered, so that means we'll be donating at least 120, and I'm sure there'll be more orders coming in, so that's really exciting, and I just wanted to give you guys that update. And if you are interested in any masks, then please go and email sarahwoloskidesigns@gmail.com, and then we'll be sending you out a catalog and how it all works. And that's the place where we just keep all our masks in one spot so that we can make sure that we get back to you in a timely manner. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Teresa's joined us.
Yeah.
We are the bomb.
We were just talking
I
about
should
her.
be sewing. Yes, I should be sewing. Here, Richard, why don't you go on with the show and I'll be sewing over here?
All right. Bye.
Making a mess.
All
Hey.
right. Look at that face. Look at that face. All right, let's. Oh, Chris Marino says,
Oh.
"Can I donate without buying a mask since I don't need one?"
You can, and we've actually done. A few people have asked that. So yes, Christopher, you totally can. Just email sarahwoloskidesigns@gmail.com. Listen to Teresa.
Okay, good. All right, moving on. The last episode in the Clone Wars Season 7 Ahsoka arc just wrapped up with the episode Together Again. Now, Sarah, what was this episode about?
Well, captured by the Pikes once more, Ahsoka and the Martez sisters are running out of options.
And the fortune cookie reads, "You can change who you are, but you cannot run from yourself." Words to live by.
Absolutely.
You know what we need to do is get all these fortune cookies from the Clone Wars and see which ones really apply and the ones that we have learned from. Because every week, not just for season 7, but from previous seasons, we've always said, "Oh, that is such a good motto. We need to live by that." Now we need to put our money where our mouth is.
Yeah.
And see which ones we actually lived by.
I feel like that could be like a social media weekly thing or something.
Yeah.
Like on Instagram or something, like post that fortune cookie and like have everyone comment like how they have lived up to that or not, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, make a note of that.
Okay, I will.
All right. Then, while you're making a note of that, I will give my thoughts on this episode.
Cool. Okay.
Now, I really wanted to love this episode.
What's this tone?
It's a tone of disappointment.
Oh,
'Cause I
no!
really wanted to love this episode. It was the last episode in this Ahsoka arc, and I had such high hopes for it because this was going to lead into the Siege of Mandalore, which it kind of does, and we'll get to that in a minute. But there were just too many story hiccups or speed bumps that stopped the flow of the show, and I could feel myself holding back and going, "No, wait a minute. Is this because they want to get to the next plot point, or did this make sense and I'm just not making sense of it?" And a lot of them came from Rafa. And if we never saw this character again, I'd be happy.
Oh
I'd be
no!
happy. Now, one of the moments came when Ahsoka comes up with a plan to get the sisters off planet, and she tells the Pike Overseer, "Yeah, they're gonna go. Trace and Rafa will go and get the spice, and you guys can keep me here," because she wanted to get them out of here.
Right.
And the Overseer said, "Yeah, don't have much of an option, so let's do it." So Trace and Rafa, they're off planet. Like, we made it. We were here, but Rafa wants to go back and get Ahsoka. And Trace is thinking, "Oh, that's very nice of you. She's our friend now." And Rafa's all, "Hey, you know what? No, it's not that. It's because I don't want Ahsoka to have one over me. She's going to hold us over my head the whole time. And I can't have her have this over me."
Okay, I feel like she was just saving face a little bit. Like,
I
it's
don't
so
think so.
hard for Rafa to let her guard down that's the way she spun it. But I think that's what she said, but I don't think she was feeling that way because there was some moments when Rafa understood what Ahsoka was doing when Ahsoka was saying to the Pikes, "Hey, take me, let them go," essentially, by lying to the Pikes. And Rafa really understood that she was trying to get them out of there.
Well, being a street kid the way she is, she doesn't want to owe anyone anything, and this is her way of evening that score. I don't care if I'm throwing myself in battle. I still want to be on an even playing field where I'm not owing anyone anything.
Right. Okay.
That's her way of life.
That reasoning does make sense. I just feel like deep inside she has a change of heart.
I wish I could agree with that.
Okay.
But I watched the scene a couple of times, hoping there was at least a cutaway to her where you can see her really reflecting on this moment, and we never did.
Okay.
Now there's another hiccup which I just could not get past, and I'm not like I'm looking for these things; they just happen, and you wanna say, "Wait, that doesn't make any sense." Like when Rafa planned on stealing spice from the Pikes, and she's gonna steal it and give it back to him. Go, "Hey, there's the spice that we lost," and she fast talks a Toon hangar foreman. The Toons, that's the creature we saw in Phantom Menace. They're the Ben Quadraneros race. That looks like Humpty Dumpty.
So just call them Quadraneros.
Okay, the Quadraneros. She fast talks as Quadraneros. Hey guys, it's your mistake, not mine. I don't know why you don't have this on your manifest, but load me up so I can get out of here. And they're all, no, we can. And these Toons, these Quadraneros, they work for the Pikes. They're not going to give this random stranger all this spice thinking they'll clear up the clerical error later on. They know what happens when you cross the Pikes. And as far as I know, this is not a dumb race, these Quadraneroses.
Right.
So that was one of those hey, we need to get from plot point A to plot point B, and we'll throw this in here and just keep on going with the story.
You know what's funny about this? Like, I have a totally different take on this episode, but this part made me think of you, Richard.
Wait a minute, which one am I?
Rafa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Don't you dare call me a toong.
No, I wouldn't. I'd call you Quaterneros before that, because I don't know what a toong is. Anyway, so, but you go in and you ask, you don't ask permission. What is that? Permission versus, what's the thing?
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
Right. So, and also if you go in somewhere with an attitude of authority, well, that's what you'll get.
Well, granted, I've gotten very far in life with that attitude.
I've learned this lesson from you.
Well, I appreciate that. But when it comes to these guys working for the Pikes, you'd think they would be up on things a little bit more. So putting all that together, it was just another one of these speed bumps.
Okay. So, can I tell my overall thoughts on the episode, or do you have some more?
Oh, I have more, but you go ahead.
Okay. All right. So, I actually loved this episode. I thought it was really fun. It was full of action. We had like not a speeder chase, but we had a ship chase scene. We had the plot starting to tie in with Siege of Mandalore because there was that reference to Darth Maul, and if you had been paying attention to all the series, you'd know that when the Pikes mention, where is it?
They mentioned that you don't want to upset him.
Yes, you don't want to upset him. He knows. He always knows. And Richard and I immediately were like, oh, that's Maul they're talking about. Crimson Dawn. Yeah, so we thought that was cool. And I also really liked the fact that over the past 3 episodes, Trace, who is the younger sister, she's been kind of yinning and yanging between her sister Rafa, as, like we said last week, the devil on the shoulder, versus Ahsoka, the angel on her shoulder. And this week she made that decision to side with Ahsoka, at least in this matter, and go with the Ahsoka.
But she wasn't just siding with Ahsoka because she's her new friend and all.
No.
But Rafa she's dealing with the Pikes.
Right.
So that's just a whole bad idea unto itself.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just thought that was nice that Trace finally chose. And then as a nice capper to this whole episode, Ahsoka really, there was some touching moments at the end that we'll talk about a little later, but like Ahsoka really, had to acknowledge, just as the fortune cookie says, that you cannot run from yourself. And she is a Jedi, whether she likes it or not, whether she turned away from the Order or not, she has that within her soul. So I thought that was very clear and well done in this episode.
Well, yeah, clearly she's really helping. She wants to help out these sisters because she knows, going back to her Jedi ways, that she can save herself and save this whole situation. So that fortune cookie really ties in well here.
Yes.
All right. Can I go with
Absolutely.
another speed bump? Do we want to call it? Because
it's called a speed bump.
A speed bump. Okay, now I thought I understood how Star Wars holograms work.
Yes.
Until this episode.
Okay, I do agree with you on this one.
Now here's Maul, and he's talking to the Overseer, and the Overseer is telling him, "Hey, we lost the spice, and sorry about that." But then Maul senses Ahsoka and looks right in her direction. Now I know that he can sense through the Force, but it appeared like he could see her and he could hear her. And when she darted away, the hologram walked over to the railing on this factory and looking over the edge like, I'm trying to look for her. He's a hologram.
Right.
How
much of the hologram
how
is
many
transferred?
Cameras are around him that have a 360 point of view. So that was one of those. Pause it. What's going on here? How do these holograms now work?
Yeah.
They didn't have to go there. If he just he stopped and kind of looked around and sensed in the Force something, that would have been enough. He doesn't need to be looking around because what are you going to see? You're not right there.
But how do you...
Rachel says, that's not how the Force works.
How do you convey that in a visual way?
Easy.
Okay, yes.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, well, how?
Because,
Tell me.
like I was just saying, he cut to Ahsoka, he cut back to Maul, and he stops, and he's like Darth Vader in Star Wars.
Oh, where he kind of
Yeah.
stops and he like looks.
I sent a tremor in the Force, a presence I've not felt since.
But he says something there. If he didn't say anything.
But he stopped. He in mid sentence. A presence I've not felt since, and right there it came to him. Obi-Wan is nearby. He didn't need to say anything. He didn't need to look around the Millennium Falcon. Right then, we knew Darth Vader sensed Obi-Wan. And we could have done the same thing with Maul. He senses Ahsoka and just senses and looks around. Like he knows, because he's not right there, so he can't look in directions.
Right.
So he knows somewhere. And then just maybe the transmission had just flickered away. So you know, he sensed her.
That would have been cool.
He flickered away. Is he on his way there?
Right.
That to me would have been much better than him looking around.
Okay.
Maybe someone else, wherever Maul is on Mandalore, they're looking at Maul recording this transmission, going, Maul, what are you looking at?
Right. So what I found interesting about it, I thought it was a really cool, even though it didn't make sense to me either, I thought it was a really cool look, and just Maul kind of side glancing down like that, almost looking at you, the viewer, creeped me out.
Oh yeah, very much so.
So in that sense, it worked.
Yeah, even Courtney on YouTube is saying that was confusing, and yeah, he was sensing her in the Force, but
Right.
we didn't need to see him looking right in her direction because once again, he's a hologram.
Right.
All right, can I just go with one more? Maybe
Well,
the
hold on.
SkyTuber's gonna help me out with this other one.
Okay. So I had those notes too. How the heck did Maul see Ahsoka in the hologram? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
So it's not just me then.
No, it's not.
And now it's because of these little speed bumps that take me out of the story.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm thinking, did I miss something? Is Maul right there?
No, he's a hologram.
No, I know that, but there's just too many speed bumps in one episode where I'm thinking maybe it's me.
Okay.
You know, it's me.
Well, I don't know. Is it him? Did you guys have this issue too, Skywalker?
Well, yeah, apparently Courtney did.
Well,
She says that's very confusing.
That part, but like the entire episode, did you overall like it or not?
Or did you feel like there were too many speed bumps? Like in Resistance, there were too many times where you had to go, oh, okay, I'll let this one slide, and you can only let things slide too many times before it just takes you out of the episode.
Okay. Some people did not take out of it. Christopher Marino mentions this episode should have been 2 episodes, and the previous 2 should have been 1 episode. Yeah, the previous episode where they ended up right back where they started.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we did get to see some of the bounty hunters, or not bounty hunters.
Yeah,
the Mandalorians.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
All right.
one more thing.
Okay.
After Ahsoka kicks the Pike butt in hand-to-hand combat, she kicks like a whole squad of these guys, and she's captured, and the Overseer somehow realizes she's a Jedi. How?
Didn't she use force push or something?
I don't think the Overseer saw that. She did force push one guy, but that was earlier.
I'm pretty sure she did like a force push right
never,
in front of him.
But he's looking at what she's doing by her combat skills. But she was using hand-to-hand combat. She never used the Force. She never used the lightsaber. So I think that was one of those, hey, we need to move ahead here, so let's just assume he knows that she's a Jedi.
So Patty is saying that she force pushed in front of him, and that's what I remember too.
Right. Now, you can use the Force to push somebody. Does not mean that you're a Jedi.
No, but, think about it.
At this time,
that's
you're
what's
using the
associated.
Force.
Yes.
Yes. But she doesn't have a lightsaber.
It doesn't matter.
And she's not there as a diplomat. So, and there were just those kind of things that took me out that he just assumed. And yeah, if he did see her using the Force, well, once again, that doesn't really mean that you're a Jedi. And why didn't she reveal that earlier? Because if you are a Jedi and you're captured, you're going to use that card. You aren't going to hold that close to the vest. You're going to say something.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to, assume. I think people just assume if you can use the Force, you are a Jedi at this point.
Right, but then he's going to say, hey, why didn't you say this earlier?
Okay.
Why didn't you tell us who you were?
Well, Rachel says something interesting on YouTube. Wasn't it because the Overseer thought she was sent by the Republic and they were sending Jedi on those particular errands? Which Maul even brought that up too. Maul had asked, hey, is that a Jedi? So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, overall, we don't really have an answer to your question.
Well, I think it's there. You just really have to connect the dots in a really thick line.
Okay.
So I can see where everyone would think that, but for me, I would just want to see something a little bit tighter.
Okay.
And I just didn't see that. And he seeing how this episode is really jumping from plot point to plot point very quickly, I think this is another case of that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bring up a best moment.
And then
of the
after you
episode.
do that, I got some really fun best moments too.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah, there were just some of these things that I could not get past.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bring up a best moment. Are you ready?
Okay, hold on. Christopher Marino says they thought she was a spy undercover.
That's right.
Yeah, but Jedis don't play that way.
Well, Obi-Wan did. He was
When?
a spy within that whole story arc of he pretended to be a bounty hunter with all the bounty hunters. Remember that in the cube?
Yeah, but he had to disguise himself.
Right. But yeah.
So I think that's a whole other level. Okay, Chris Alexander says they thought that she was a rebel spy. That's why I didn't understand this. Okay, now it all makes sense. Okay,
Yes.
now it is just me. Because I don't, when it comes to being a spy, I don't understand that, which is why I've never been chosen to be a rebel spy. We've worked through it. Let's move on.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring up my favorite moment in this episode, and I feel that this moment was almost on a subconscious level awesome, because this is what happens after Ahsoka, Rafa, and Trace escape with a ship, and they escape from the planet that they were on. There's a shot of a ship that's following them, and then we are treated to a shot in the cockpit of this ship with a Mandalorian at the helm. And the pacing and design of this particular moment is like exactly from Empire Strikes Back, when the Falcon stayed in the asteroid field garbage of the Star Destroyer, and then they left, but then you see Boba Fett in his cockpit, and the mirroring of these scenes was so well done. I got chills, and I even, like, after the fact, it took me a moment, because it was, like, subconscious. I was like, ah ha ha ha, you know, like, oh, they were doing that. So I thought that was amazing.
A great callback.
Yeah. So that was my favorite moment.
Yeah, these don't go unnoticed by the classic fans.
So Richard, what about you? What's a good moment?
I'm loving the creature design in these episodes, like the Pikes.
Yeah.
Last episode, I wasn't too sure about how the Pikes, how we took off their helmets. What do they look like?
Right.
And are they?
Their
do they have
bone
these
structure.
Very long, snake-like heads with a face attached to that, and that's what it is. If you look at the Overseer, he's got this little tiny face in a big helmet. But yes, you do see his face with the other guards. You just see the big helmet with him. I think it's hysterical how you just see his little tiny face in the middle of this big giant headdress.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Right. And let's go back to the tombs. The Quadronerosos.
Okay.
Quadronerosos. Those are just the funniest things I've ever seen in Star Wars.
Aww.
Because they look like Humpty Dumptys.
They are funny. They're so weird.
They're just a big diamond-shaped head.
Yep.
With arms and legs.
Yeah. It's like a giant bobblehead almost, or something. You know, it's like if this came to life and was that
itty-bitty?
size. Yeah, the itty bitty. Yeah, but look at that.
I just want to put one on a wall and shove him over.
Because of like what?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
See if all his king's horses and king's men, all the Trandoshans, come to his aid. Because they had a Trandoshan as the manager on that docking bay. Why a Trandoshan? I don't know.
All right. Let's see. Did you have anything else you liked?
Yeah, you know what? I want to counter my critiques with some positive stuff.
Okay.
I love the fact that, like you said earlier, they did set up the Siege of Mandalore.
Yes.
With Ahsoka, she's trying to figure out where the transmission from Darth Maul was coming from. I'm sorry, just Maul.
Yes.
So she's looking on the computer and it's like, he's on Mandalore. What is he doing on Mandalore?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, so as I was watching this scene, I was getting these flashbacks, and I can't remember if it's from a book or a comic, that Maul was setting up Crimson Dawn. Is that from a comic book?
That's from the Dathomir comic line that was supposed to
Okay.
be Clone Wars episodes, but when they figured there's no more, we're going to put it in comic book form.
That's it.
So this is kind of confusing where it's the Shadow Collective, that's like the big umbrella.
Okay.
And under that, you have the different factions. You have the Pikes, the Hutts, and Crimson Dawn. And then when the Hutts left the Shadow Collective and everyone else started to, then Maul, just said, hey, I'm going to take over Crimson Dawn, and that's going to be our new umbrella.
Right.
That's what we see in Solo.
And then now Crimson Dawn is trying to take over all of the Shadow Collective, right?
Well, there is no more Shadow Collective.
Okay.
Now, the Crimson Dawn is the new Shadow Collective.
Right. But doesn't he try to take control of all the...
Darth Maul?
Yeah, Maul. Try
Maul.
to take control of all of the various smuggling groups.
Yeah, he's the crime lord.
Yes.
So he's on top. He is the umbrella and everything else is
He's
underneath
the top
him.
of the pyramid scheme?
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Okay, cool. All right, well, I have a note here. I really love...
But then going off of that, we do see another connection, and we see the Mandalorians with Ursa and Bo-Katan. And Bo-Katan comes over and she finds Ahsoka on level 1313 on Coruscant and says, hey, we have a new common enemy. Darth Maul. I can't stop calling him Darth Maul.
Well,
Maul.
without the Darth, it's just Maul. Like, let's go to the mall. So it's a little weird.
Yeah, so they have a common enemy, Maul. We have to go and combine forces and take him down. All right, I got another story speed bump here because Ahsoka wants to leave the council. She wants to leave the Jedi. She wants to leave all that behind. And I know personally she wants to take down Maul, but that was when she was a Jedi. But now she's out in the private sector. I'd like to have seen a more of a personal connection to her wanting to join Bo-Katan, which she did. She went and joined her, and they're going to go off and protect Mandalore. But I needed something, a little inner conflict with Ahsoka that said, hey, I really want to leave this life. Everything from Maul down to Anakin, I want to leave that behind. So I just wanted to see something that made it a little bit more personal. Maybe if Bo said, hey, you know what? I would happen to be on Coruscant. I overheard Anakin saying how he really missed you. He really needs you this time. He really needs you as an equal.
Interesting.
And knowing that someone she looked up to for so long really needs her back, that would have been more of a personal connection. And I know you can dig through the Clone Wars episodes and go, well, yeah, I'm looking at all of Darth Maul has done, and that's enough. But once again, you got to connect those dots.
Okay, well, I feel that this whole episode and the whole previous arc here has kind of led Ahsoka to say yes to Bo-Katan simply by, as she's going through life not as a Jedi, she's realizing that she has those Jedi tendencies, and Rafa even says, you may not be a Jedi, but you act like one. At least how I would want them to, which got me teared up right there. I was like, oh, because Rafa and Trace hate the Jedi since kids, but now she's acknowledging how that Ahsoka has helped. And so that's why I feel like this was a good stepping stone, this arc, to the Siege of Mandalore. It helped Ahsoka realize that deep down, just like the fortune cookie says, she can't run from herself. She is that Jedi underneath.
We're at the last few minutes of the 4th episode in a 4-story arc. I want to see her use all the information and what she's learned from these last 4 episodes to make that decision to move on.
I think she did.
Such as?
I think exactly what I just said. That these 4 episodes have showed Ahsoka was doing what she thought was right in various ways, and through all of that she realized that this is where she belongs, kind of on, not necessarily as a Jedi, but on a path to better the world.
Yeah, I want to see more of a specific. Like in a movie, the antagonist will move forward to the 3rd act when they've gotten all the information, what they've learned, and use that to go, I know now how to defeat the bad guy.
Right.
And maybe if she had, if something.
Well, maybe some of that is coming up.
If she, well, we need to see it now, in my opinion. If she wanted to go back to the Jedi and say, hey, Jedi, do you know what people are talking? Do you know what they're saying on the outside about you? I've got to be here to let you guys in on this, and maybe we can turn things around. Something that she's learned. I want to see her use that to move forward.
Well, I think we'll be pleasantly surprised, and there'll be some callbacks to these episodes in the Siege of Mandalore. So that's what I'm thinking. But I also feel I feel that was shown in these episodes. So I kind of have a different opinion than you.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. All right. Well, you know what? Can I say another great thing?
Sure.
About this episode? We saw more Kenner action figures.
What? When?
When Trace and Rafa were on the landing platform when they just got back to Coruscant, we do see the blue Snaggletooth and Walrus Man in the background.
Oh,
now, they're in the same position as when we last left them. These guys like to loiter.
These guys learned from Andy's toys.
Okay, let's go with that.
There you go.
All right, and before we wrap this up, I do want to mention that I love the fact that they brought back Sharmila Devar, who voiced Ursa Wren in Rebels. Now she's back to voice the same character now in Clone Wars.
Is this Sabine's mom?
Sabine's mom, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I just put that together.
I'm hoping I pronounced her name right. Sharmila.
Sounds right.
Okay. And we heard another Star Wars veteran.
Okay.
Josh Brenner.
Oh.
Yeah, he was one of the tune workers.
Okay. And he voiced Niku, right?
He voiced Niku in Star Wars Resistance.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yay.
Love that. All right, so that wraps up this arc in the Clone Wars. And now, this coming Friday, April 17th, we're going to see the very first episode in the arc we've all been waiting for, The Siege of Mandalore, with the episode Old Friends Not Forgotten.
In this episode, Anakin and Obi-Wan must decide whether to help Ahsoka pursue Maul or rescue Palpatine. Well, gee, I wonder which they pick. Okay. Can't wait for that.
All right, yeah, that line from Rafa was my favorite. Which line?
The line that I said, where Rafa's telling Ahsoka, "You may not be a Jedi, but you act like one." At least how I would want them to. That got me all choked
That was
up,
a great line.
I loved that. I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Tom Amin. All right. So we don't really have to do that either because there was nothing exceptional
Okay.
in that.
Okay, did we mention that at the beginning?
What? No. Why?
I don't know.
Did we?
I don't know.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
No. Okay, so...
So, Skywalkers, was I way off base? These are just things that stuck out in my head, and I just couldn't get past them. And I know sometimes you gotta let things just, the suspension of disbelief.
You know, I mean, Resistance was kind of like that for me. I didn't feel anyway how you did, but that's good because we talk about it. So
Yeah, and I know sometimes you gotta connect those dots, and
yeah.
I was way off base, but you can't say that my points didn't have validity.
Awesome.
All right, let's do one more thing.
Sure.
All right, Skywalkers, before we move on with our conversation with Tom Amin, we have homework for you, for each and every one of you. Now, we want you to reach out to a family member or a friend, someone you just haven't spoken to in a while, and just say hello and check up on them. And I say this because I did this just the other night, and one of my friends, my childhood friends, they had passed away, and I didn't know this, and I felt terrible because I hadn't spoken to him in quite a while, and here I am trying to reach out to friends, and especially this guy, Eric Barasano, and you probably had heard me talk about him on past shows because he was one of my best friends as a kid, and I go to his Facebook page and it says remembering Eric Barasano. Oh my God, I'm still so shocked by this. And of course, I can't stop kicking myself for not reaching out to him sooner. It was just a little while ago that I was reaching out to him, and we were going back and forth, and we were talking about him coming here to visit us in Los Angeles, and he's from Sweden. No, he's from Newton, Mass, where I'm from, but he's living in Sweden, and he wanted to come out here to Los Angeles. Never been out here. He was just so excited, and I was so excited to talk to him. And this was the middle of last year, and after that, we just, life gets in the way. Just didn't get a chance to get back to each other. And he was one of those friends that we would go back and forth. And hey, did you see this new Monkees album? Hey, did you see the new Star Wars movie? And
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. So, reach out to someone, Skywalkers. Reach out.
I could get through that.
Yeah.
Oh.
All
right, so there's your homework. Get to it, get at it, and let us know how it turns out.
Well, that wraps up episode 285 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see.
Okay.
Happy birthday. Let's see. Well, that wraps up episode 285 of
Skywalking Through Neverland.
We'd like to thank Tom Amin for sharing his music, and we'd like to thank all of you listening now and watching our videos on YouTube. We have our Jungle Cruise video out right now. Thank you, Skywalkers, for watching that and sharing that. And we'd also like to thank our sponsor, Small World Vacations, for their continued support. Are you guys thinking of a trip to Disney parks after all of this? Well, head to smallworldvacations.com and fill out a get a quote form. Their vacation planning service is free of charge, so check it out and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
And do you love Skywalking Through Neverland and just want more content? Well, consider becoming a member of the Skywalking Force. That is our Patreon. We are now releasing a new Skywalking Force episode each week. It's called Skywalking Force of Fun.
Yes.
Fun. And we'd like to record these episodes while we take our morning walks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
we just did one this morning.
You may hear a lot of barking dogs or neighbors doing construction.
Because construction's okay here. All right, so yeah, you can head to skywalkingforce.com and have a look at those options. And thank you for those of you who are already part of the Skywalking Force and also those who have just recently joined us. I think, Patty, you're on here too.
Now you can find Skywalking Through Neverland over there at jedinews.co.uk and at Fantha Tracks.
We are part of the Skywalking Network,
Skynet,
where you can find other great shows like Sabers and Spells,
Talking Apes,
and classic Marvel Star Wars comics.
There's a new one coming very soon.
You can also find us on social media, Skywalkers. We are at Skywalking Pod for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can also join our Facebook group, and that is on Facebook. Just search for Skywalking Through Neverland group and request to join. You can also email us, share@skywalkingthroughneverland.com.
And we love your reviews, so please go over there to Apple Podcasts or Stitcher and let us know what you think, because all those reviews help.
And Skywalkers, always remember to wash your hands.
Contact your friends and family.
And...
What?
And happy birthday, Nicole! For Chris Alexander.
Oh!
Yay!
Hey, Nicole! Happy
birthday!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you! I know I keep promising I'll stop singing, but... So, Chris, if today is Nicole's birthday, then I'll call you tomorrow then.
Okay.
I'm sure you have plans.
Robster, sorry. We're leaving now. That's
Late to the
okay.
show, but early and just on time for us to say goodbye.
Yes. All right. But, you know what? The show will be out in its full glory in a couple days. All right? Thank you, guys.
Chris, she lied to you. No one loves my singing. I don't even love my singing.
Aw.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.